My friends, this is a very, very important piece of content, a very important video that I'm going to walk you through about the topic, how to attract clients as a freelancer or consulting agency. So if you already are a consulting business, how to attract clients in 2024, also looking towards 2025 already. Who am I? I can explain to you, to your listeners, to our followers, that or how we can help you. Obviously, some people know me. For the ones who don't, I'm Patrick McGibney. I'm the CEO and founder of McGibney Mentoring and Coaching, as well as McGibney Consulting and Advisory. With my current businesses, founded, scaled, and exited my previous businesses in SAP and Microsoft D365. Scaled my businesses over 8 digits in sales, obviously, and we had roughly 100 employees. Did that over the last 10-15 years. Started myself as a short-term employee, then switched to a freelancer. Had a lot of problems back then. Then founded my first business, started my second business back then with my business partners, and scaled them throughout the years, and obviously came to the problems that we are talking about today, the challenges that we are facing on how to attract the clients as a freelancer and consultant agency, so as a business, consulting business, and how to solve them. Yeah. So let's get right into it. Yeah. So what are we going to do today? Obviously, the first point on our agenda is that we are going to revisit your positioning and the offering. It's of the utmost importance, since this is the backbone, the base on how to actually start. Then we're gonna talk about, or then we're gonna take a look at on how to enhance your external representation, as well as the client acquisition and strategic collaborations. So, right now, in a competitive market, focusing on essential strategies is crucial for sustained success for your business. Freelancers and agencies these days are classified basically under 2 categories. You're either costs or revenue for your clients. Think about it, hold still, let it sink in, let's move forward. These, typically, and now we have a couple of examples, these typically do not fall under the cost block if they are properly positioned and have a clear USP, unique selling proposition. And again, right now we are kind of in a survival mode. So there's no room for nothing for clients that are, if you're categorized simply as costs, clients will cut you out. And that's exactly what's happening today. This is why we are talking about it, because these days we see that freelancers, also businesses, have more challenges compared to the previous years to get new clients, to get new projects, even with the help of recruiters. Why is that? Because the market is swamped by more and more freelancers, by more and more businesses, also from foreign countries. Reduced prices. So now you're on a survival mode, because clients see you as a resource or a resource deliverer. And if there's a cheaper resource or a skill for money, you're exchangeable. So there's a survival mode right now going on. And if companies, clients, potential clients are seeking towards surviving, because we have an upcoming or already existing recession. There's no room for nothing that is not benefiting the business. And that's why we're categorizing costs and revenue. The following examples, they are categorized under the cost block if they are not properly positioned. Let's take a look at that. And take a look at here. For example, if we just sell something like Power BI reporting, Microsoft Dynamics 365, sales, marketing, whatsoever, ZAP consulting is it, FICO, F&O, BI, just examples. Cloud infrastructure solutions, or IT nearshoring services, yeah? That's basically, yeah, a very long way out of reach, yeah? Because these typically do not fall under cost block if they are positioned properly, yeah, and they have a good USP. Then they are not regarded as cost. But what happens these days if we just say we do Microsoft Power BI reporting, Dynamics 365, SAP consulting? For now, there is no benefit for the client, right? So in that case, and this is an example we are seeing, if they are then categorize a cost because there's no benefit. There's no decreasing cost, increasing revenue, bringing any kind of benefit towards the client. And that's the point. If you just position like that, you will fall under the category costs. So take these examples. We're going to work on them. So it's very, very important, again, just for your mindset. You're either a cost or you bring revenue. So cost you want to decrease. No? Arrow down. In revenue you want to increase. Well, simple as that. Yeah. Let's take a look of premium positioning examples. Just examples. And please don't mind if I look on the left or right. Obviously I have a script prepared for you because it's a very deep topic that we are going into today. Yeah. Instead of saying Power BI reporting, which is, there's no benefit, what's in it for the client, just what is just resources you're delivering? What is the end result that the client is getting? Can they decrease costs? Can they increase revenue? It's unclear, right? In that case, you will be seen as costs. It's a good example actually, because a lot of businesses, take Power BI for example, they see Power BI as a self-service tool because it's marketed in that way from Microsoft itself. So companies usually say, my Power BI report, our Fachbereich, our functional departments, our business departments can do that themselves. Happens all the time because there's no end result. There's no benefit for the client. Instead of saying we do Power BI reporting, we can also say we transition from Excel-based P&L reporting to Power BI to optimize costs. Or we enhance cost efficiency by gaining greater transparency in P&L report. Or increase pricing accuracy and competitiveness through 100% transparency in pricing. Just examples. IT infrastructure, for example, Kubernetes, DevOps. You build, instead of saying we do IT infrastructure such as Kubernetes, DevOps, or whatsoever, you can say you build, we manage a premium infrastructure solution for startups. Reduce your cloud infrastructure cost by 30% with no additional effort required. Benefit for the clients in this case, and this is real examples from clients from our side. Instead of saying IT nearshoring cloud infrastructure, we can say creating connections, maximizing success, a passionate IT nearshoring solution for enhanced cloud infrastructure. We reduce implementation costs by up to 40%. We leverage nearshore experts managed in Germany for cost-effective solutions. Quantitativity really is king. Numbers, facts. SAP FICO consulting, for example, optimize, instead of saying we do SAP FICO consulting, finance and controlling, we say optimize SAP implementation costs with best practice methods, boosting project efficiency and enhance financial management and reporting with tailored FICO consulting solutions. And let's take Microsoft D365 sales consulting. Instead of saying that, we can say achieve 5% sales increase through our rapid D365 implementation best practices. Just examples. And we're going to use them later on again. So you see, instead of saying we just do Microsoft consulting, SAP consulting, Power BI development, in that case, because they are not properly premium positioned, Clients will see you as a cost factor instead of a growth factor. That's the main point behind that. No? So, let's take a further look. These solutions focus on cost reduction and revenue enhancement. Exactly what I just said. Cost reduction is Power BI reporting. Reduce costs by enhancing transparency in our P&L reporting. Maybe by whatever. IT infrastructure optimization. Lower cloud infrastructure costs by up to 30% with minimal additional effort. With FICO consulting, decrease SAP implementation costs and boost project efficiency through best practice FICO methods. So you see how we are talking about cost decreasement, cost reduction. Now, clients do not see you as a cost category, they see you as a benefit deliverer, growth deliverer, in that case, reducing costs. It's a huge pain point for everyone, right? Everybody wants to reduce costs or increase profit. On the other hand, we have a revenue enhancement. So, for example, with the pricing transparency, expand your pricing ranges by achieving 100% transparency in your pricing strategy. Or Microsoft 365 sales optimization, increase sales by an average of 5% through our rapid implementation best practices. Costs decreasing, revenue increasing. Simple as that. Yeah? So, it's super important, always highlight the final outcome, the end result, or the benefit for the client. I don't know how many times I'm pronouncing this fact, but I see it all the time, every time still. You need to describe the underlying objective and final result for each goal. Final results can be reduce costs, increase revenue, or increase profit. Easy as that. If we focus on that, we will not be seen as a cost category for clients, but we will be seen as a revenue driver. Yeah, we had examples here. Enhance cost efficiency. Help businesses reduce expenses by leveraging greater transparency in P&L reporting. Optimize cloud costs. Achieve up to 30% reduction in cloud expenses with minimal additional effort. Reduce SAP implementation costs with SAP implementation best practices for FICO. Expand pricing transparency. Increase your pricing flexibility through 100% transparency with pricing strategies. Or boost your sales performance by 5% increase by implementing our best practices for D365 sales. Easy as that. So it's super important always to highlight in your offering the end result, the benefit, the final outcome. Then you will be seen as revenue driver, or you will be put in the dryer as a cost category. So now the question is, are you focused on managing costs or driving revenue growth? Where are you? This is the time. Think about it. Take perspective out and ask yourself where are you standing right now. If new leads, if an external person is looking at your business, what do they see? Where are you right now? That's something that you need to ask yourself. So, and then it's really, is your offering close to the cost and revenue? Or is it part of the solution? That's the question that we need to ask ourselves. Is it close or part of the solution? It's a difference. It should be part of the solution, right? Your offering. Very important to move further on is the question, is it related? Is your offering, so it is offering. Is your offering related to packaging, or does it also involve the offering? Let me explain. What do we understand as packaging? What do we understand as offering? Packaging is when you do not have to change your service deliveries, your service delivery or your product behind. You just need to change the packaging around. So the delivery stays the same, you package and market it differently. That's what we call packaging. Offering, obviously, when we need to change something within the offering, then the delivery needs to change. So we need to tweak the offering. The packaging is not so important. 2 different points. Let's go, for example, for some real life examples. If we say only Power BI reporting, and we need to change it, we need to change the package. So we say enable businesses, just an example, to reduce expenses by enhancing transparency in their P&L reporting. Different package, same service delivery behind. Same goes for FICO consult. Lower SAP implementation costs and improve project efficiency by applying best practice FICO methods. Or IT cloud infrastructure, achieve up to 30% reduction in cloud costs with minimal additional effort. Big difference. Package. We change the offering, for example, Microsoft D365 consulting. We want to leverage our rapid sales implementation package to deploy D365 sales within 2 weeks from project initiation, utilizing our best practice standard implementation approach. Yeah, we will have to change the service delivery as well because we have a very tight package within 2 weeks for a certain amount of money that we want to deliver. So it's not the packaging that we need to change here. Actually, we need to change the offering because we already changed the package. Or IT Nearshoring, utilize our standard implementation methods with our nearshore team to reduce IT implementation costs by up to 40%, featuring new standard packages tailored for your client implementation. So in this case, we also, by changing the packaging, we also need to change the offering itself. 2 different things. Again, we want to be seen as decreasing cost factor or increasing revenue growth factor. To put it simple, if you see this funny graphic, we have Power BI reporting, IT nearshoring, DevOps, D365, sales consulting or SAP consulting. Or we have, as a how you should not say it, because then we are cost categories: Power BI reporting, DevOps, SAP consulting, Microsoft consulting. Again, not properly positioned, no USP behind. Instead of, we're saying, eliminate Excel work with with automated reporting solution within 3 days. Achieve 30% reduction in cloud cost effortlessly with optimized DevOps solutions. Just to give an examples again. Or in 5% increase with D365 sales rapid implementation. Don't like that. We don't look like that poor doggo. We look like that strong doggo, right? Doggy. That's the point that I'm trying to make. So, the rule always is when asserting claims of increased sales or cost savings. So, in other words, we want to increase revenue or profit or decrease costs. Always provide specific numerical data to validate the assertion. Super important. We're working in the IT industry, which is a very complex industry, and we all love data, facts, KPIs, and we need to validate what we are saying. Same as when I'm talking to you, I can validate everything that I'm saying, whether I've done it myself or done it with other clients. So, easy. So, what are the most effective strategy for reducing costs and boosting revenue in a company? Let's take a look at some common roles in a company. Sales, marketing, product development, back office, controlling, finance, human resources, business development, IT tech, reporting, pricing, business consulting, IT infrastructure and development. These are typical lists of common roles in companies where you can either decrease costs or increase revenue. This organized structure covers essential roles through various functions within a company. Again, take the claims and validate it with data. What is the highest probability of success? Maybe current projects, maybe some other skills. What is something that I represent to the outside or keep inside? Do they have existing customers where I can offer this new service against maybe just a little upsell pay or for free? We want to have home run case studies here in order to generate the needed validational factor, numeric factor behind. Or we take a look at previous customers, so we can use previous customers, we can use existing customers to generate that data, to generate those numbers, to validate, to get validation. Is it for free? Because case studies here is king. You cannot claim something without doing it. It's the same as if I'm telling you something and I wouldn't have any clients who have recorded testimonials saying that we've done that and that and that, for example, what I'm talking about right now. Makes no sense, right? So let's move forward. So how to revisit and enhance positioning and offering. Again, the approach: reduce costs or boost your revenue, your profit, sales. How? Refine your positioning and or offering, as we just did, by saying as we decrease costs or increase revenue. And the goal is to achieve a standout case study that we can use for validation or referrals as well. Additionally, provide offers to existing customers. Optionally extend offers to former customers. And again, case studies will lead to further sales. That's why we're doing it. So where do we currently stand in this video? We've revisited our positioning on offering. Now we're going to take a look at the external representation. Let's go. So how can a home run case study, carrying outside look like? You have some social media here. Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, name it. And you have transitioned a client from X to Y in a specific time. So you have delivered a result. So you can now create an opt-in that can use, basically that's using the case study that you created with that client in order to market it to social media. You can recycle that. Let's take a look a little bit further. Opt-in can be a telephone number dialed. In that case, again, be the question, is your freebie arrived that you maybe delivered? You're already using that. Then we could say as like mock burning factor, something like the biggest pain point that the customer have. And definitely we want to generate a place sales call. We want to pay attention to customer interest, engagement levels. We want to have a CTA, want to have a sales call. That's why we're doing it. We're using the case study that we created and we recycle it to my social media. For example, we use heavily LinkedIn as well as YouTube, Instagram, just a little bit, but LinkedIn is our main channel. We use those case studies, we recycle them every now and then, and we always have opt-ins or CTAs in order to generate sales. Direct messages as well, where you want to advertise. You want to place relevant content to ensure higher response rates. The same, either you go and you create a CTA, you use the case studies, and create a CTA for calls, or you do it via your direct messaging. Both possible, but important to have them. And what I really like, and I was talking about this point on my recent podcast with, I think it was Janusz Koneczny, who's big into the IT business as well. I like to go with the framework of Alex Hormozi, yeah? ACA framework. Ask, compliment, acknowledge. Great if you really have internalized that concept, because when you create content, whatever kind of content on social media, if you are in a call or if you have direct messages, which is obviously the goal, you always need to go after that framework. Ask, compliment, acknowledge. If you go behind that, that comes from Alex Hormozi. That's nothing that I invented. I'm just a happy user. It's working great. If you ask your client first what's important to him or her, what's the problem, what's the challenge, then you compliment. You acknowledge that afterwards. You build, let's say, a bridge for trust to move forward in the call. And that's the point what we're trying to do, right? We want to create a client collaboration, a potential collaboration. Yeah. So that's a question, or that's a goal that we want to have, right? We want to initially prove, and so moving to the next slide, yeah. How can it look like? So what I did, and I'd say don't do that or don't do that. When I started with SAP consulting, for example, I initially provided SAP consulting services for free to generate case studies. I had a 3-month onboarding phase with my first clients, which I did for free. By doing that, I got a case study. I could use that. After this period, I began invoicing at a rate of 100 euros per hour. It's super easy. Sometimes it really decreases the objections, the risk that the client have. If you just do it for free for a certain period of time. Case studies, referrals, references. I cannot emphasize more the importance of that. That's why I really encourage my clients to generate case studies out of every damn project. And then the question is it worth it? Context and content. What is your situation? How's the market situation? What are you trying to do right now if you have a sales call? And you're entering a client collaboration potential. We can look at it as like 0 month, 6 months, 12 months, 24 months. Then we can see by asking those context questions. What is your situation? How is the market situation? What are you trying to do right now? You could create, or you can check if the client has potential. If you can develop a client, this also refers to one of the previous videos I should have posted while recording this, client stacking method. How much potential does your client have? How can I develop the client from the next 6, 12, 24 months? And the bottom line is always over-deliver in such a way that you want to have a good starting point to renegotiate. High revenue. You want to be efficient in service delivery or provision in order to have your costs down. And you want to set employees, I still have that, MA for Mitarbeiter, on their service delivery or service provision cost down. So you can see you either have higher revenue or decreasing costs again. You want to over-deliver the client that you can get the case study in your external situation. So, where are we right now in the video? We basically went through everything. We went through the revisiting the positioning and the offering. That's number 1. We took a look at the external representation. Number 2. And we take a look at how to attract and also collaborate with new clients, which we just did just right now. Number 3. My personal advice before I let you out of this video. Your dreams, your goals shape your reality. Never ever, let someone dictate you what is possible or not. If I have listened to all the things that people, including close friends or even family would have said, but I'm talking to the general people. This is not possible. Why you give up safe job as a SAP consultant or Microsoft consultant, whatsoever. Start your own business. I'd not be sitting here. I would not be recording this video. I would not be helping dozens of other freelancers or businesses scale their business. I'd not be living my dream life with my family in Cyprus, living directly at the beach, doing every day, like living every day the life, the dream, a vacation, a constant vacation. I'd not be doing there, and I'd not be there. So never ever let to dictate anyone tell you what's possible. Most people have no idea what's possible because they have never tried. Never ever let a good crisis go to waste. If things are going wrong, always appreciate these times. I know how hard it is. If you think everything goes well constantly, it's not the case. Everything goes wrong. As an entrepreneur, you're worried if something is not going good. Wrong, sorry. You're worried. If everything goes wrong, right, you're getting worried because you're used to things going wrong. And if things going wrong, that's the point where you can really, really learn. So that's how Winston Churchill was saying, never let a good crisis go to waste. Yeah? So, and never forget, we are at the forefront of current developments, helping companies navigate change. This is the time to trigger change in other companies. You're in the IT. Digital transformation, the buzzword. It's happening right now. This is the golden era. So much to obtain. In today's landscape, being digital is increasingly essential for staying competitive. So right now, you need to ask yourself what I asked you. Are you a cost factor or a revenue factor? Are you decreasing cost or increasing revenue? Clients need to be digital to stay competitive. Additionally, a shelf life to knowledge is becoming shorter, making continuous learning crucial. What do I mean with that? What you know today is probably already a bit outdated next month. Same for us. We need to stay on top of our game. You need to be on top of our game, of your game. Technology is changing so fast. That's the point. We need to always keep on changing. We need to stay flexible. The IT, you see how many companies can fail even after being successful. If you excel in these areas, you can reflect and say, this was my best year. This was maybe the best year I've ever had. That's where we want to get you. And from my side, a standardized, a productized service offering. We are talking about offerings today, costs or growth or revenue. A standardized productized service offering, managed service or product with an appropriate pricing is a must-have for success. I cannot emphasize this point more and more and more. I have tons of content about that, and this is something that's one of the biggest milestone when I'm working with my clients. They would create that, get out of the money for time chain and really create something that is beneficial for your client. This is what it is about, right? Had other videos about how to price those packages that we are creating out of that. How can we attract clients with that? This video is super crucial. You'll either be seen as a cost category or as a revenue driver. Question for you is, where do you want to be with your business? Where are you right now? And where do you want to be? Or even better asked, where should you be in order not to be replaced by others? If you want to change something, let me know. The link, book a call, will be in the comments. If you have any question, feel free to send me a direct message on any platform or comment. I'm happy to answer anything around this topic because it's my mission to help other businesses, freelancers to walk this way, to not be asking themselves maybe as a freelancer, maybe I should go back into employment, or as a business, maybe I should need to let go of a couple of people. No, that's not my goal. My goal is to help you guys to understand that we need to change something, that clients changing, the perception of clients and IT services is changing. We can utilize this situation if we are ready to adapt to this change. That's why we are here for. Let me help. Let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, please, if you have the chance, obviously subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm posting regularly, at least a couple of times a week, very, very deep videos like this. And I would love to share more with you. So, see you in the next video.